What's up everyone? Welcome back. Today is Saturday, April 17th. So I'm just a couple weeks out from the Cruel Jewel 100. I'm freaking out. I've got this weekend and next weekend of hard training. And then after that, starting to taper. But I also have to start really thinking about gear and planning all that out and planning out stuff with my crew, like looking at aid stations, like things are gonna start getting like really busy over the next couple weeks. But first off today, I did want to answer a couple questions that people had about race day gear and stuff like that for the OPSF 50K race. While I was making that video, it just ended up getting like really long, and I wanted to kind of like keep it like in the 20 to 25 minute range. And so I didn't really go into any post-race detail. So first up on Instagram, Alex Mattery says, would love to hear your honest assessment on how the Torrent 2 held up on your 50K since you got to really push through some extreme conditions in that mud. The Hoka Torrent 2 did just fine for the 50K distance. I was in a very unique situation where it was super muddy. Pretty much the way I handled it was that if I noticed that my shoes were starting to get really caked up on the bottom, I would just make sure that I purposely went through some water to kind of wash them off and splash really hard. So that ended up working out just fine. But had the course not been so wet, there probably would have been some issues because mud does really like to stick to the bottom of those shoes. Another question, Mohammed Magid says, your thoughts on Torrent 2 versus Olympus 4? Those are very different shoes. The Olympus 4, I would definitely use more for 50 milers or 100 milers. And then Ruel Santos says, curious why you chose the Torrent 2 for the race. I have wide feet, kind of deterred by the narrow Torrent, as many people say. And yes, the Torrent 2 is more narrow. In fact, Hoka in general is more narrow than a lot of shoe brands out there, like obviously Ultra, Asics, New Balance, even Nike. So if you have wide feet, I would say definitely go try Hoka, but also make sure you have a good return policy. Okay, that's it for questions for now. Let's talk about gear for the Cruel Jewel 100. Last week I was able to test out the Lecky Micro Trail Pro. These poles were really good. They come with these little like hand things, wrap them on, tighten them, and then the poles like click in here like this, so that you have a really good grip and you don't really even have to hold on to them, which is cool. The only problem is these things, the ones they came with were way too big and they actually covered up my wrists and made it really uncomfortable because I couldn't freely bend my wrists. So I ordered their smaller size. They only have 2 sizes, which is kind of crazy. The small size is really small and the large size is really big. But these are definitely the poles that I'm gonna be using for Cruel Jewel. As you guys know, I've been trying out this Salomon Sense Pro 5 for a while. And Camelback just sent this one out to me. This is the Camelback Vesper, but today I'm gonna be wearing this because in one of these boxes is an attachment that I'm really excited about. Let's get this out of here. I believe there's 2 packages here that are my own merch. So this is really exciting, guys. Oh my gosh. There it is, guys. Check that out. Oh my gosh. I can't believe this. This is a hooded sweatshirt, and this is the orange version of the logo. Oh my gosh, look at that. You guys did this. All you guys subscribing and following along all these years. This is crazy. I cannot believe this. Doesn't that look awesome? Oh my gosh. Oh man. So if you're new or you haven't heard what this is about, check right below this video. There's some links to Teespring, which is my merch store. Oh, I forgot. These stickers came in the mail just yesterday, so stickers too. I've been waiting a long time to put out some special merch just for this channel, waiting till we hit 10,000 subscribers. We did that just a couple weeks ago, so the merch store is now open. If you go below this video, you can check out all of the pieces that are in there right now. Change things with the season as it gets hotter. Like in the summer, we're gonna have like hats in there, we're gonna have tank tops. But yeah, thank you guys so much for all of you that have already picked up some merch. This, I have no idea what this is, so we're gonna open this. I have a P.O. box, and so a lot of like brands send me stuff. Kind of looks like an Apple Watch, interesting. Got an Apple Watch right here. Soundpeats smartwatch fitness tracker, all-day heart rate monitor. All right, cool. So I will make a video comparing this to the Apple Watch. Thank you, Soundpeats. Here's another one, came in the P.O. box. It's another watch. LesFit smartwatch, your health tracker. Gosh, well, there's no picture on this one, so might as well open this one up and see what it looks like. It's another like Apple Watch competitor. These look really similar. Okay. So I have 2 smartwatches that I'm going to test out against the Apple Watch now. Cool. This is from Solomon. I got a water reservoir. It's supposed to go back here and it's supposed to hang on something, but I'm just realizing that my vest does not have that hangy thing. My old Solomon vest does, but this one does not. This is called a custom quiver. But the way it works is it goes on the back of your pack and your poles go right in it. Hopefully these poles fit in here. Oh, actually oh wow, actually that's perfect. That's like hanging on the top of your vest, and then you can pull this tight. And last but not least, we have some new shoes. These are the Solomon Sense Ride 4. And there's some trail shoes, not like super huge lugs or anything, so I wasn't looking at these before OPSF. It's always good to have a couple different pairs of shoes for a big 100-miler. For those that like Solomon shoes, these are pretty loved, so I wanted to give them a shot. The Wildcross didn't really do it for me for ultra distance, but these are supposed to be much better. But I'm not going to be testing these out today. I'm going to be doing my second run in the Nike Wild Horse 7. Let's get out of here. Bad news, guys. Closed to public. Reason: failure of public to follow rules of no plant foraging and no mushroom hunting last year. Alright, so that's really not cool. It's literally closed the last 2 weekends of my training for Cool Jewel. This is... I don't even know. I'm just driving right now. I don't even know where I'm gonna go. I'm really thrown off right now. Apparently, last year, people were picking mushrooms. And that's why the park is closed for these 2 weeks this year. Like, seriously. Alright, so I've come from basically a deserted area to like a really crowded park right now. I don't even know if I'm gonna be able to find a parking spot. This is like the Disney World of parks in this town. I just really had it in my head that I was gonna do 25 miles or more out at this place, get a ton of vertical gain, and that's just not the case right now. We're just gonna do repeats on this hill. Wearing the Nike Wild Horse 7 right now. So this right here is the hill that I did probably hundreds of repeats on when I was training for Grindstone and Run Rabbit Run. Since then, you know, I found a few better places. This is only a 100-foot hill, and it gets pretty boring.
I wait for someone to save. I wanna tell you something new. You drove us both into a wall. I drive away into the night, and I contemplate for a while. Don't you think for the people that testify back my stuff like you sooner than this? Don't you think for the people that testify back my stuff like you sooner than this? Don't you wish I would have been someone else? I wanna feel your gap without making a mess at you. I want you to tell me something new. I wanna tell you something new.
3,000 feet in, 4.5 miles, an hour and 40 minutes. I'm not filming much because it's probably going to be pretty boring just watching me go up and down this hill. Update on the Wild Horse. Feeling really good, really confident about these shoes so far. All right, time to go. Another 1,000 feet up that hill right there. This is how we do it in the Midwest. We just run up and down hills. And it is so boring.
I don't believe the panic's rising up in you. Why won't you tell me something new?
just sitting here drinking water and stuff, and no joke, this guy right over here in this backpack, he's walking around with a backpack on and Nike Alpha Flies. Like Alpha Fly. Not kidding. So I'm at 6,000 feet right now. 6,000 feet and 9 miles. 3 hours and 45 minutes. So I'm gonna do another 1,000 feet out here, and then I'm gonna go home. I'm gonna call it a day. All right, guys, I'm done. 4 hours and 27 minutes. 7,000 feet of gain. Why do I do this? This is such a dumb sport. Sorry that wasn't a whole lot of footage, but it would have pretty much just been the same shot over and over and over. So I spared you guys. But all right, let's get out of here. All right, wrapping this video up now. I barely have any space on this memory card, so I need to make this quick. But yeah, finished the day with 7,000 feet of vertical gain on that one hill. It kind of like melted my brain, honestly, but that was really good training for a 100-miler, especially a 100-miler like the Cruel Jewel, which is going to be just lots of climbing and descending in the woods with like no views to look at. So it's gonna have to be like I'm gonna have to be really mentally tough, and this was helping for that training. But it isn't fun to look at my training stats and see 2 weeks in a row of only 50 miles, like this close to a 100-miler. Like that kind of gives me some anxiety, stresses me out a little bit. But I'm putting all my chips on the table for vertical gain in this final block of training. Then the day after, Sunday, I hit 5,000 feet of vert on the treadmill. So over the course of the weekend, 12,000 feet of vert, finished the week with 21,000 feet, which was pretty encouraging to be able to hit something like that. And this week I hope to do somewhere about the same or maybe a little bit more. And I'm gonna do something a little bit different than my past couple 100-milers. Like I'm gonna really try and taper hard, which means like actually go into the taper and really try to be aggressive with how much rest I'm getting. Probably should have taken a taper a little bit more seriously for No Business. So that's what I'm trying to remedy going into the Cruel Jewel 100. I'm really trying to make sure that I'm tapering really well into this race. Thank you guys so much for watching. Definitely check out the links below for merch. You saw it at the beginning of this episode. I'm gonna start wearing it in the videos. So if you get some, tag me on Instagram. I'll share it as well. But yeah, thank you guys for stopping by. And with that, I'll see you guys again soon. Bye.